Hello, my name is Andrei Kulikov, and I'd like to tell you about the new service Sagemaker Canvas. It, it's the next step of machine learning evolution. So let's launch it. Two words about this service. You don't have to know much about Python or some other languages for programming. It's a simple interface where you can um, make some machine learning tasks. It's a new one. Of course, it, it will develop. There are some bugs, maybe. So there are two parts in it. Modeling and working with data. So, for example, I have some data sets in CSV format, yes, and want to make a machine learning task on it. So I can import. Now it's only S3, but I'm sure that new import functionality will appear. So it's a pity, but it cannot read Packet format, and it can do it can work with CSVs. So I have to make some modification from Packet format to CSV. I can do it with another wonderful service, AWS Glue DataBrew. So it consists of and one thing that Canvas is now available in a few regions. I work now in North Virginia region. So I have an S3 bucket with the Packet format file, and I'll use DataBrew. So it consists of the parts like datasets, projects, recipes, DQ rules, jobs, and some information about the evolution of this service. So let's start from the dataset. I can connect to my dataset, which is in my S3 bucket. I can select the type and preview the data. So I'll check CSV. Let's preview it. Rows, columns, columns 2, maybe. Oh, okay, it's not CSV. It's Packet. Packet. So here is the data. We know it. It's a fraud detection data with the main column named by not very a recipe. So what do I have here? Data set, DataBrew. Also, I made a new role. It was done automatically. Let's check what it can. So policies list for S3. Oh, sorry. So three. Input, output, and so throw what's here. Oh, Secrets Manager is 3, Lake Formation, Glue is 2, Cloud Watcher. Okay. So let's create a project. It's an old node, but I'll use it now. So it's now creating very funny images. Rocket. So I'll pause. So I can work with this data set. Here's of what it consists. So for machine learning in Canvas, it must have more than 250 rows. So what should I do with it? I'll delete a column event timestamp because in my experiment the Canvas gave me an error on this column, but strange it didn't give an error on another column that looks like near yes. I hope that I think that it is connected with the machine learning algorithm because I'll use now uh, binary classification and this is the timestamp data. Maybe it can affect on the process. So I'll move event label to status. It has to be done, for example, in a Sagemaker studio, but we'll see later that it doesn't matter. And what else can be done on this stage? So of column actions, rename, change type, move, duplicate, delete, filter, formats of the case, upper to lower to capital to sentence, decimal precision, thousand separator, abbreviated numbers, date time formats, some cleaning operations, adding prefix, suffix. Very good. Extract values, missing values. Very important part because in the datasets it is a common problem. Invalid values, duplicate values, handle outliers, split columns, merge columns, create column, nest on nest, pivot, group by, join, union, text, word deconization, all for machine learning algorithms. Scale numeric values, min maximalization, it's for machine learning, binarized binning, data skew, z-score normalization or standardization, mean normalization. All of this was met in machine learning specialty exam. Categorical mapping on our relabeling, one-hot encoding also, and some math functions and aggregate functions, text functions, date functions, window functions, data masking, encryption, decryption, web functions, other functions. So, okay, let's create a job name fraud. Oh, sorry. So, and I want to get a CSV format file, and also it can be this set can be transferred to Parquet, Parquet, Avro, or C, XML, JSON, and Tableau, Hyper, ma many types of files. So, and I'll use the same S3 bucket. Now I have only one input file here. So permission the same role because it has an input policy for S3. Create and run job. So let's look at jobs. It's running. So it shows us what it will do. Okay, no need to open it again. So jobs, maybe something interesting. So it shows us what each step is doing. Okay, well, it will put job tables. So here in the projects, what can we do? We can edit, duplicate, delete, run. Okay. And in jobs, yes, we can make a schedule to, for example, start it at any time we want. So if we get a new data, it will be processed when we want. So succeeded. Now I've got a second file in CSV format, and let's start canvas. So here is the file. Now it can be imported. Processing, view. So event label on the left, label timestamp. So as we see, it does not have a column event timestamp. So DataBrew works, and also the files can be data data sets can be joined. I will not do it here, but it's very simple. Can drop columns and do some other joining processes. So I have data. So let's start machine learning. So it's fraud. So very simple. In comparison with the Sagemaker Studio, it's it's done for pe people who only starting the machine learning developing. Okay, so selected data set, build. So so it shows us missing values, mismatched values, unique values. So in event label we have two only, and some values are not unique. Okay, good. Mean. What else? Grid view. Oh, very beautiful. Some graphical information. Wonderful. Okay, no filters, please. So a target column I can check here. It is event label. Zeros, there are only there are 87% and ones 12%. Okay, so it you see it puts here on default time series forecasting, but I need another model type, and I'll change it to uh, target column one number model type. So estimate the value and tag using the values of the data set. Number model type or two category model. I suppose that it's a. I'll try a two category model. Human classifies events label into two categories. Why this sign? I don't know. Okay, uh, let's check in preview. So I'll need some time. I'll pause it now. So after 1 minute, it uh, generating feature importance. Yes, it gave me this result. Of course, the accuracy is big because it's only a preview, no, not deep machine learning was done, and the more zeros we have, the more accuracy we have. So I'll pause it again. So it didn't give me a result in the previous. So I'll build and it will give me some more information. So I started a quick build. Mm. I could make a full analysis, but it will take more than 2 hours, I suppose, and will cost me some money. So I didn't do it. So it started. I'll pause, and we shall continue after maybe something interesting I have more here. No, it's so simple. And so as for DataBrew, its functionality looks like the Sagemaker Studio Wrangler. So let's pause. So it gave a result 90.7. So what wonderful things we can see here. First thing, okay, some scoring, but I suppose that if we one second, why? So it's inactive, but if I use the full building of the model, then here I'll see more scoring information like true positives, true negatives, false positives, false negatives, recall, precision, and you see here I few information. Okay, and this, so here we can see the impact of the data on the results. So the main there are main four no, maybe IP address also can influence on the results. So the main thing is order price, label, timestamp, user agent, card bin, and IP address, and other data does not nearly doesn't impact on the result. So, and here I can see the graph of it. Okay, and very wonderful thing for those people like me who do not know good Python or something else. So I can select a data set to predict using the teached model. So, for example, I can use batch prediction or single prediction. So here I can put all my value and it will give me the results on my case. And I made an experiment, but it on the fraud detected item, but it in anyway give me no here because the model was not teached in a full way. So I can put here my value and I can, for example, reset all to average as it was already done, I suppose, and get no 67% and yes 32. Why is it we cannot pay attention now on the result? I've told why. So I suppose it's a very, very good new service. It will develop and make the machine learning direction more popular and available to more customers and people who love machine learning. So thank you very much. See you in the next videos. Bye.